Yo, what is up? It is your boy SQ42, and today we're going to be reacting to a Bored Gamer video talking about the January 2026 update in Alpha 4.6. And I'm like, Alpha 4.6? We just got 4.5, and I'm pretty sure engineering is still looking a little bit rocky. I haven't even really experienced engineering, so we're going to watch this video, react to it, and give my honest opinions as we go along.
Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen January 2026 update. Happy New Year! It's a new year. It's a new Star Citizen. No, it's not a new Star Citizen, but it's a new year.
Now,
I want to talk about
basically is a new Star Citizen if we put into account, and engineering did come in and basically change everything, so it kind of is a new Star Citizen for everyone.
all the stuff that we're expecting to turn up in January. January is typically a planning month for CIG and Star Citizen.
I'm still waiting for them to put out the plan.
I think they have a more stable monthly patch cadence now, so planning is done much more regularly as part of their patch releases. Most months you should see a patch, if not all, and for January we're expecting a 4.5.1 or 4.6 patch.
I don't think 4.6, I think 4.5.1, or like just in that, still in the 4.5 era until they kind of smoothen out the things they want to do. And also we have to look at the fact that the economy, I know a lot of you say there is no economy doesn't exist. No, the economy does exist to an extent. And the economy right now is cooked. So I think until we look at these things and try to fix exploits and things, I feel like we should stay on the 4.5.
Something a bit meatier than 2025's January patch, but still pretty slim would be my expectation, just because the devs haven't had as much time to do dev work.
They're coming off like holidays and
Christmas
things, right?
And the holidays and the sort of people coming back from holidays. Early January, it takes them a while to get back up to speed. But expect loads of fixes, polish, optimizations, balance, that sort of stuff. We might see a new ship here. They've been teasing, I think, the Apollo variant, so that might turn up. We could see some other stuff as well. And we could see a mini limited event, sort of the start of a new story arc.
Oh, that is actually true. If we think about it, we're kind of coming to the end, like the Frontier Fighter story, that's pretty much being ended with the death of Amelia Boyd. So they have to bring in a new story to like keep things interesting for that narrative gameplay.
Next, or the continuation of one, some new missions. And then you've got a load of little things they might do with like the economy, might add some new commodities, add some new ships in in-game stores, and add some new stuff to Wicklow. So it's likely even their sort of quite small, slim patches are going to have a moderate amount of content now. But really, CIG just need to get Star Citizen in order. So we've got problems with desync, we've got problems with delays, and
I thought that was just me. So is everyone having problems with desync? Because sometimes, like, I've realized that in the last, like, since the patch came out, I can't really trust my gimbals. I can't trust my pips and things. And even in FPS Com, I'm having desync. It's not as bad as it was a couple of patches ago, but it's a thing where it's like, it's almost so slight you can barely notice it. When you're doing like a long gunfight or you're doing a long dogfight, you can start thinking like, why is there so much desync going on? And if I press a button, it takes like 5 seconds to load in what I'm actually trying to do. And it's like very weird. I thought it was just me. I thought maybe Chris Roberts just didn't like me. So are you having the same issues as well? Because that's crazy.
Databases, all that sort of stuff. There's some audio issues. There's a load of problems that
lots
players
of
are
audio
having.
issues.
And if
Lots
CIG can
of
sort that out, and I would expect it to be mostly sorted in January, then that will be good.
But that's the thing. These are the things we need to sort out before we start saying, oh, now to go to 4.6. All these things need to be smoothened out because music is a big part of Star Citizen. But lately, on my music, the audio has been cooked. You be flying your ship and then suddenly your engines turn off, or your gun, you can't hear your guns anymore. You can't hear if your hull's being hit by like bullets and things. And it breaks the immersion because it's like it's gone for like 2 minutes. Then it comes back suddenly and it's gone again, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
There are some other potentials as well for a January patch. They're working on engineering updates and inventory updates at the moment, so some of these could turn up. We know that they're trying to move more ships over to the new engineering system because some are only partly enabled for it, and they're going to need to constantly balance the engineering stuff and combat. There's a whole new inventory system at CIG.
The only experience I've had with engineering, like I went out with my C1 Spirit trying to taste and test engineering. And when I went out, I just didn't really feel anything different. The only thing that was different for me was I was surviving a lot longer in situations that I should not have survived in. I was fighting with a C1 Spirit, taking out Valkyries and things, fighting Valks for like 5-6 minutes. And I'm like, this shouldn't be happening. I was fully red and it took another like 2 minutes for them to actually get me out of the sky. And I'm like, is this how engineering is supposed to work? Make me, who's not supposed to be this tanky, that tanky.
I'm working on as well. And that looks like it's going to be turning up soon, although it might be a tech preview before it actually turns up in a live build. Talking about tech previews, crafting tech preview almost certainly should be in January. It's not 100%, but it's very, very likely. CIG did want it in to be tested by the end of 2025. Obviously, that's not been the case. But for the initial tests of crafting, you're going to be able to, well, they're going to give you some blueprints to start with. You're going to be able to buy one size fabricator. It's relatively small.
Okay, so they're gonna give us blueprints. I want to find blueprints because if you, but again, I said this before, blueprints. You give me a blueprint, be it for like a really rare item. I feel like, okay, let's say you go out and you're doing bunkers, doing bounties and things, and you find a really cool helmet or a rare helmet. I want there to be a way you can put it into your fabricator, crunch it down into a blueprint, like take it apart and it becomes a blueprint. And now you have 3 to 5 uses of that blueprint. And once that blueprint has been used 5 times, it deteriorates. The data becomes freaking broken and fractured and you can't use that data anymore. So then now you have to go find that helmet again. And once you craft something with that blueprint, you can't break that down into a blueprint. So that way, if people are trying to, oh, I'm just going to make 5 of these items and sell it to this person, then they can break it down and make their own blueprint. It doesn't work like that. You can only take apart things that you found in the persistent universe in boxes and things and turn them into a blueprint, and you only have a very, very quantified amount of uses, because I feel along the board it means you have to continuously go out and continuously find things, especially when we're off the current tier we have right now for like insurance. So when you lose things, you lost it, but hey, you can go back to your base and you have 4 more uses. You can make that same armor kit 4 more times before you have to actively go out and find a brand new one. I feel like that's a good way to do it. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm like, it would make, I feel like it makes you want to keep grinding, so you know that you're not always safe and you don't always have an infinite amount of uses. And then things you have, like you own in the shop, let's say you've bought something and it's like bound to your account in the shop, you can then use that thing infinite amount of times because you've bought it, it's bound to your account. Like all the weapons we get from like the Luminilla and all those kind of things and all the events, and we get stuff bound to our accounts. You can craft those as many times as you want, but any rare thing you find in game, it's got like a quantified amount. It's just, there's an amount.
But you can bring materials to it and then build like FPS gear, fuses, small components, ammo, potentially apply skins to weapons, things like that. I believe you'll be able to find blueprints in game, buy them from shops, get them from Wicklow. Wicklow's kind of been a test for crafting recipes to a degree for Star Citizen. And
I need to start Wicklow. I need to start working towards Allegiance.
And CIG are 2026 for Star Citizen might well be a big economy year with them really, really pushing that. Hopefully.
I feel like that would be a good thing, because when you make an economy, people are going to be more likely to do things that you intend them to do, because right now there's no point in going mining. There's no point in doing salvaging and all these other things, because the economy is kind of botched right now. Like there's no point. Money doesn't mean anything. I feel like if they start working on the economy and make money mean something, I feel like that's what that right now in the current state of the alpha, I feel like right now money meaning nothing is a big part of it, because people are just doing crazy things. They need to make money matter. They need to make money really, really matter.
Some more details of what they've got planned for the next couple of patches should turn up in the roadmap update soon. So that will give us a bit more context of what is going on. Also, we didn't have a monthly report in December, so expect a juicier one for January. Yeah, that should give us a load of details about what's going on. CIG could also talk about, or maybe even show off some of the new flight model stuff, atmospheric flight stuff, quantum travel updates.
A new flight model.
That's stuff they're going to want to get nailed down as early as possible in 2026. Something else that's interesting is typically in January they have the Red Festival, the Lunar New Year, kind of mirroring Chinese New Year.
Oh yeah, we did that last year, didn't we?
The actual dates of that, it should technically be in February this time.
We got some free things, right?
Sort of where it works, but it might just go, no, actually, it's in Star Citizen, it's a January celebration. Yeah, that also makes sense, right? And it would be the Year of the Rat in Star Citizen.
The Year of the Rat. The Year of the Rat. All you Pyronians who eat rats. It's the Year of the Rat.
So, whatever. Expect red and gold ships to go on sale and skins for them. Maybe some other cooler loot that you can get.
Give me a rat statue. I want a rat statue.
Envelopes in game as well that you can sort of trade for money.
That means it's going to be a free fly event.
I'm actually expecting a wipe real soon with Star Citizen.
Yes.
As well. I'm not sure if that will be January.
I'm expecting a wipe real soon, guys, because At this point, I don't want to grind for anything because it's pointless. It's really pointless. Why are you grinding when there might be a wipe and we don't know what they're going to wipe? They might wipe ships because people are making millions and billions and buying all the ships they want. So they might wipe ships or they might just wipe money. We don't know. So I'm like, at this point, just do it. Just do it already so I can actually just play the game and know that I have maybe 6 more months before another wipe comes around.
More likely to be sort of February or March, in my opinion. CIG have got some real good opportunity here to sort of evolve the economy going forward now that we've got multiple star systems, a relatively good loop for mining, salvage, cargo.
The mining is something like recently, like I've been mining and doing a lot of that and trying it out because it's not normally a game style I choose, but I've been doing it recently and I can't lie to you guys. Mining is really profitable. It can be fun, and the more you learn about it, the easier it becomes. And then it's just finding it's like boring, but then when you have this that excitement of finding a rock you're looking for, you find an asteroid or something and it's like, this is what I've been looking for, this is what I set out for. That's when the excitement comes back. But sometimes it takes 30 minutes to an hour to actually find that one rock that boosts your excitement. So yes, it is boring, but at some points you do have a really high level of excitement, and I feel like that's cool, especially if you're someone who likes playing a calm playstyle. You get to be really calm and then boom, you're super excited because you found that one rock. So I've started to really like it,
When all the freight elevators are working and we don't have the problems with the servers. We might even see actually in a 4.x patch, whatever's going on in January, some more of the Squadron 42 sort of bits and bobs.
Oh yeah, that's coming out this year, isn't it?
And Persistent Universe. But as I said, it is typically a slimmer patch, especially in January, because it's their planning month. Now, CIG might talk a lot more about what they've got planned for the rest of 2026, but we know it's going to be Squadron 42 for the most part, but also it's a year of crafting. Things like dynamic server meshing have been talked about. Chris Roberts had talked about Starchitect and Genesis Planet Tech V5, item recovery,
Genesis, oh my
better
goodness,
cross-patch persistence, which leads me to believe there's going to be a wipe soon. I suppose it is possible that we could see the sort of Genesis Planet Tech turn up. I'm not sure how far away they are with that. It might be.
Honestly, I don't see Genesis Planet Tech coming anytime soon. I feel like maybe midway through the year, and I don't want them to rush it because right now, like it's so empty, and yeah, I'm a little bit butthurt for the fact that it's empty, but I'm like, now that it's already here and it's already out and it's already empty, I'm over that. I'm over that. When you start adding things to it, make it good. Use the Genesis, like make it good. Don't rush it. Make it good because at this point, it's already out. It's already empty. All the anger is gone. All the annoyance gone. Make the stuff you add to Nyx good, because then when you show us how good Nyx can be, a lot of people are going to stay in Nyx. We're going to be exploring in Nyx. And while people are away from all the other systems, you can now start using the Genesis tech to uplift the other systems. That's what I feel like they should do.
Something that's like much more closer to the middle of 2026. But there's a load coming. They're going to be expanding the Nyx system up with missions and a load of content. And we will be covering all of the sort of latest patch notes as they come out, all the Star Citizen news, the roadmap stuff, the monthly report stuff, pretty much anything.
But yeah, I'm expecting this year to be, I feel like it might be slower. Let me not say I want it to be, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit slower because we're going to be looking at the whole Squadron 42 thing. And when the release is coming out, they're going to have to put most of their manpower into making sure Squadron 42 comes out and it's good. Fixing bugs and fixing things to give people the best experience, especially when we're having like over 40 hours of gameplay in that thing. All 40 hours have to be working right. So I feel like we might see a little bit of a slowdown in Star Citizen and the Persistent Universe. But in saying that, I feel like once Squadron 42 is out and they have everything set in stone and everything is out there for us to play, they can start interpolating things and start bringing things from Squadron 42 from the past into the Persistent Universe, because now it's like those things are solidified. It's out there. That's a concrete thing now, and they can start just changing things and upgrading things, making them look better, making them look into the times of the year we are right now in the Persistent Universe, and then just bringing things over. So I feel like this year is going to be a little bit slower for Star Citizen, but we're going to be seeing a lot more things being added from Squadron 42, because then it's like a lot of things are probably meant to be in Star Citizen right now, but because Squadron 42 isn't out yet, they can't ruin things. They don't want to spoil things. things. So they need Squadron 42 to be out, get the hype super high, and then be like, yeah, all these things that you're seeing now, these were all surprises. Here you go, persistent universe. But yeah, I feel like they just need to fix, before we start moving too fast, I don't want us to move too fast. We have the first 2-3 months, we should probably just fix things, all the sound issues, desync, try to get the player experience back to a very high standard, and then we can start moving on. Because if we keep moving on before the player experience is a high standard, any new player who comes in, people who are basically just hanging on to keep going, they might get fed up. So we need to get that, reel that back in, make it good again, so people aren't leaving the game, people aren't coming to the game, looking at it and going, ew. It has to be sustainable. It has to be sustainable. All the things we're adding are good and we need them. The game has to progress. We need to progress this alpha and get it further down the line, but we need to be able to still retain interest. And retaining interest is by allowing people to have a good experience when they come and try Star Citizen. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is going to happen this year? Do you think this year is going to get better? Because it's been getting better. Let's not start. Let's not like just yapping things. No, CIG is doing a decent job. Since I got here, it is getting a lot better. But what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they should focus more on just polishing the game, or do you want more content? Just add more and more content, more things for you to do in the verse, even though the systems aren't working the way they're intended to. But yeah, don't forget, if you liked this video and you like this reaction, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This was a board gamer video we reacted to. So if you liked the way it was presented to you, make sure to go check out the channel as well, subscribe over there as well, and I'll see you guys on the next one.